Today, Professor Jitendra Sahoo is going to speak on the topic as mentioned in our flyer. Professor Shahu needs no further introduction, but still we will be introducing him. At first, we would like to thank the college for initiating such a wonderful proposal and considering us as worthy of collaborating for this initiative. We thank all the students of St. Paul's Cathedral Mission College for joining this webinar, the TIC for being present by himself, and all the faculties of St. Paul's Cathedral Mission Colleges. I have seen almost all of them right now. So let's have the discussion. Let the discussion flow, and then we can initiate further talks. We hope to collaborate further with St. Paul's in future. Thank you again, Ruthvi, for initiating such a wonderful initiative. So before going into any further, I would invite the TIC of St. Paul's Cathedral Mission College to utter a few words and to enlighten us regarding the issue.
Am I audible? Am I
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
you are
audible?
audible.
Oh,
Yes.
good evening. Today, West Bengal Political Science Association, in association with our college, is going to organize a webinar. The topic of this webinar is the Indian Republic, an assessment of unity in diversity. And the speaker is a eminent personality that is none other than Professor Jitendra Sahoo, who is in the Department of Political Science, Gaulbanga University. But as I have been informed, he is the executive committee member of the Indian Political Science Association and West Bengal Political Science Association. On behalf of our college, I really pay respect to him, such an eminent person, to talk over this webinar. We are really thankful to you, sir. The aim of today's webinar is to raise the awareness among the youth regarding the significance of the milestone for our nation. Here I'd like to mention that this is the second event to conclude our observance of the nation's milestone. The previous event was a competition to write an essay on Republic Day celebration in India, which was held in our college on 7th January, and the students of the semester 1 and semester 3 who have got the Pol Science as major has participated in that event. So since it's a webinar, I would like to rest the rest of the seminar on the hands of God so that this can be proceeded without any interruption. So with these few words, we are all eager to hear the talk by the speaker. I will not elaborate my speech. So once again, I thank you, not only the team of this West Bengal Political Science Association, my dear colleagues, my beloved students, and once more I am thanking Professor Jitendra Sahu, who has been joining the.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words and also to events like this. I think these are all that actually cherishes the academic endeavors that we all have as academics. Uh, to formally introduce Professor Jitendra Shahu, I would invite Jhilam Ghosh, who is a SACT at the college. But after the introduction, Jitendra sir will directly go to his speech. Before that, I would like to say a few words. That is, sir will be given around 40 minutes time to finish his presentation first. So if any student has any question, you may raise your hand or you can write that question in the chat box. Do not unmute yourself during his presentation. After the presentation is done, there will be a significant time, around 30 minutes at least, for discussion regarding the topic, and then the questions will be invited one by one. Okay. Before that, do not unmute yourself. So over to you, Neelam, and after that, sir will start.
Good evening to everyone present. Professor Sahoo is currently working as professor and former head, Department of Political Science, University of Gurbango, Malda, West Bengal, with 22 years of teaching experience. He has obtained double master's degree in political science and public administration, both MPhil and PhD degree from Utkal University, Bhubaneswar, Orissa. He is actively engaged in research work, participated, presented papers in 76 national and international conferences, seminars, webinars, and published 16 articles in different national and international journals and chapters in 27 edited books, including Sage, Springer, and IIPA publications. To add to it, he has co authored two books, Tribal Development from Mahamaya Publishing House, New Delhi, and Political Theory from Gayana Juga Publication, Bhubaneswar. To his credit, he has edited 7 books named as India's Constitutional Development since the 1950s, its socio-political and economic dimensions, and India in Globalized Era from New Academic Publishers, New Delhi, Indian Federalism, the Recent Experiences from Levant Books, Kolkata, Restructuring Indian Federation from New Academic Publishers, New Delhi, Politics, Trends and Issues in India from Levant Books, Kolkata, Dynamics of Indian Democracy, Revisiting the Seven Decades from Akhand Publishing House, Delhi, and Indian Federal System, a COVID-19 Perspective from Kunal Books, New Delhi, India. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Yes, can I start?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, thank you, madam. It's an opportunity for me to share my thoughts upon a topic that is the Indian Republic and assessment of unity in diversity. It's really organized by West Bengal Political Science Association in collaboration with this St. Paul's Cathedral Mission College, Kolkata. Uh, Thanks to this West Bengal Political Science Association and the teacher in charge of this college, including all the teaching and non-teaching staff, students, and the participants here. The today's topic of this webinar is the Indian Republic, an assessment of unity in diversity. Before going to start upon this topic, I have to summarize the entire presentation. Uh, I have divided into 4 small parts of my presentation of coming, you can say, whatever time frame you have given to me, that is around 40 minutes or more than that. And the categories, whatever I have divided into these small 4 groups, that is, first of all, I would like to, you can say, express some words with regard to this conceptual analysis of this term, that is, you can say the republic, or especially in Indian Republic system. And the second portion, I will focus upon the some kind of theoretical framework. And in the next one, I can say a few words upon what are the impediments in the process of this kind of unity in diversity, what kinds of problems, what kind of hurdles we are really facing in this Indian Republic system. And the last one will be with the regarding the performance of our country, that is India, whether it is really going towards this success or some kinds of failure we are really facing, with some kinds of you can say some suggestions from my end, that whatever observations really I'm experiencing from this kind of situation, I may say I may enlighten some words with regard to this kind of situation. Let us start to enjoy this republic, whatever we have really celebrated just 2 days, 3 days back in the last week. That is this 76th Republic Day on Sunday. We really observed it in this Rajpath. Nowadays, we are talking about not Rajpath, it is in the Kartavya Path from since 2022 onwards. Yes, but why we are talking about this kind of Kartavya Path, and we are transforming the names and other things to remind the duties towards the nation, to how to maintain this kind of republic system. And before going to this, you can say the process, the system, what we are really facing, what we are really talking about, and what we are really experiencing since last 76 years of this kinds of constitution. Uh, Come to the you can say the basic idea, that means the concept of republic. Whenever we are talking about this republic, yes, it really comes from this Latin word, you can say the res and publica. That means always we will refer to the public. That means we will deal with the public affairs, where it's a kind of form of government under which the head of the state is not a hereditary monarch. And you may say it's a form of government where we have to elect our representatives, and through them we will be ruled. This is the key thing whenever we are talking about this the system of republic. Yes, I can start with a beautiful word with regard to this republic, or you can say to justify the term this republic, with the words said by Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. What he told, that in today's this kind of contemporary societies, really everyone really talks about to know about their rights. What our constitution is really talking about, what types of opportunity we will avail, what types of, you can say, facilities, or even say benefits we will get from the state, from the country, from through this constitution. And side by side, we have to express, we have to perform, we have to discharge our duties right from the very beginning, you can say from childhood till the end of the life. Yes, and whenever we are thinking about this, it's a kind of performance, it's a kind of duties or responsibility really comes to us. Therefore, I can quote, you can say the father of, you can say our constitution, B.R. Ambedkar, that he said that however good a constitution may be, if those persons who are really implementing it are not good, it will prove to be bad. And if there is a bad constitution, yes, but who are really implementing it, if they are good, definitely the constitution, or you can say the political system really moves in a safest heaven, in a safest way, you can say. And likewise, we are since last 76 years we are really enjoying the republican system. That's why we are still existing without making any disturbance to this kind of, you can say, longest written constitution in the world. Yes, on 25th of January, yes, a few days back also, we really you can say observed, celebrated this you can say national voters day. Why I am talking about? Yes, uh, we enjoyed this, we observed this since last 15 years with a slogan that my vote, my right. Why my vote and my right? That means always republic refers to the common people. And we are really feeling proud to be a voter. And the motto is we are really ready to vote. And the motto of the, you can say the Election Commission of India is no voter to be left out. This is the system. This is the political system, what we are talking about. And this year also, this, you can say the Election Commission of India really celebrates its 75 years of its existence. Yes. And whenever we are celebrating this mega events and entrusting the power of the people, yes, in this republic, what we can do, what we can't do, this is a big question. But when we are talking about this kind of republic power, yes, and it's because of this power of the people, we can modify, we can change, we can make our some sorts of reforms in the existing, you can say, constitutional provisions. Yes, it's because of this we have started so many, you can say, constitutional provisions since, you can say, 1951, the first constitutional amendment act held in 18th of June 1951 by, you can say, under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Yes, with regard to abolition of Jamindari system. We are really abolishing these kinds of, you can say, monarchical setup, or you can say the basism, or you can say the landlord system or Jamindar system, and we are entrusting power upon the people. Yes, we have already experienced the 42nd Amendment Act, which is called as really the mini constitution of the, you can say, of within our constitution. We have experienced anti-defection law. We have experienced lowering the age of voting, you can say, right. That means we are really experiencing, we are really enjoying the voting age, that is 18, through this 61st Amendment Act 1989 onwards. Yes, instead of 21, and we are entrusting again upon the people's power. That means through this 73rd and 74th Amendment Act. Yes, under P.V. Narasimha Rao since 1993 onwards, by entrusting, you can say, the decentralization system. That means introducing the Panchayat Raj system, and also at, you can say, urban and rural areas, both the areas, either panchayat or you can say the municipality system. Yes, we have again introduced so many things. We have changed so many, you can say, provisions from our constitution as per the need of the people, as per the need of the system, as per the need of the society, as per the demand of the time. Yes, and what kind of republic we are really enjoying? In a form like, you can say, sovereign socialist secular democratic republic. Yes, republic is really comes at the last. That means first of all, we have to fulfill the dreams like, you can say, sovereign, you can say, we have to fulfill the dreams like socialist, then secular, and the fourth one will be the democratic setup. Finally, if we will complete, if we will complete the targets like sovereign socialist secular democratic, then we will come at the last. That means the republic, that means the people's power. Yes, and it's because of this constitution, and the constitution also guarantees to the people, that means the socio-economic and political justice. Yes, and it also offers the liberty of thought, faith, belief, you can say, worship, expression, many things also. This is the power, you can say, the ultimate source of sovereignty. And we have the system of fundamental rights, you can say, the independence and impartial judiciary system. We have the Election Commission of India, and overall, it's because of this kind of directive principle state policy we are talking about. India is really, you can say, welfare state. Yes. But apart from all kinds of, you can say, parliamentary democratic setup and many good opportunities in this republic system, we have lots of hurdles, we have lots of challenges with regard to this, you can say, poverty, we can say, unemployment problem, population explosion is going on everywhere you will find, and you can say, hurdles with regard to the activities of the political parties. That means they are playing an unhealthy roles everywhere, in all over the country. And also side by side, many, you can say, economic disorder is really we are experiencing, like slow and uneven economic development in all over the country, you can say. And side by side, we have so many hurdles with regard to communalism, casteism, you can say, sectarianism. There is a huge gap in between, you can say, elite and mass also. That means the political representative, and also side by side the common people. Also side by side, many hurdles, or you can say, problems we are facing, like cross-border terrorism, and the, you can say, the activities of the neighboring countries. You can say, many such issues are there. Recently, 2-3 years back, we really faced challenges with regard to COVID-19. Lots of things are there, you can say. But what kind of situation we are really facing in this Indian, you can say, political system? See, I can quote a beautiful quotation given by Abraham Lincoln. Not government of the people, by the people, and for the people. No, I am not going to that thing. You can say Abraham Lincoln once said that you can fool some people all the time, all the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all the people all of the time. Yes, that is the key thing. Whatever situation, whatever political system we are really enjoying, we cannot make fool to the common people, because if we are in a sovereign setup, we have given the power to the common people, then they can do anything. the common people have their power. It's because of this kind of republican system. It's because of this power of this constitution. People can do anything. People can change the government. People can do anything. Yes, I can quote another beautiful quotation given by, in this regard, given by Winston Churchill. Yes, it's a kind of little man's theory. Yes, what during this Second World War, what Winston Churchill has said, that at the bottom of all tributes paid to democracy, yes, is the little man walking into a little booth with a little pen, making their little cross on a little bit of paper. That means we call it as ballot paper. Nowadays, we have our system of EVM machines. Yes, but still we are putting our political right through this, you can say, EVMs also. But what he was talking about, he was in a mood to, you can say, extend the term of House of Commons. Yes, because due to this, you can say, Second World War, and the war cabinet really has taken one decision, and he's really paying his tribute to common people. That means it's because of people we are there and we are ruling the country. Therefore, the kind of thinking and thoughts, what you can say, in 1944, this Winston Churchill really sent this message to the common people, that it's the power of the people, it's the power of the republic. Why we can extend, why we can decline to face this kind of general elections in Britain, or this kind of UK system. It's because there are some kind of compulsions, and we are really, you can say, appealing to the common people, that this is a kind of compulsion, or you can say, it's because of this warlike situation, or you can say the war situation, that is the Second World War. And that's why we are appealing to you for extension of this, you can say, the term of 1 year term of this House of Commons. See, whenever we are assessing this kind of this webinar, the title of the webinar is the Indian Republic, an assessment of unity in diversity. Yes, whenever we are assessing this Indian, you can say, democratic setup or Indian republican setup in the spirit of unity in diversity, yes, why we are assessing, what kind of situation we are really facing before assessing our Indian republic. Yes, we have to go through what kind of national integration, or the spirit of national integration, we are enjoying, and what is the real meaning of nation building, what is the real meaning of unity in diversity. Yes, whenever we're talking about this kind of national integration, or you can say nation building, it's a kind of social revolution. It's a kind of social revolution of most profound character. That means the subordination of all traditional social loyalties, arrangements, and power hierarchies. That means we have to override all those loyalties, and the only one loyalty we have to pay, that means we have our own obligation towards one authority, that is the state. State is the final word. That means the constitution is the final word, and we should pay our obligation, we should show our obligation towards, or you can say, in the name of legitimacy, towards the constitution, or towards the nation first. That means nation first. Can invite all of you, that means the people, those who are residing, starting from you can say Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we have to integrate them and make a big one. And it's too much difficult, but still we are struggling. Many parts, there are lots of, you can say, hue and cry is going on, because lots of demands are coming from different corners. It may be some regional issues, it may be some regional interest, it may be with regard to the progress and development issue, it may be the, you can say, food crisis, it may be the economic conditions, it may be the social status, whatever may be the issues. But we are facing lots of challenges with regard to this, the spirit of integrity. Yes, but still we are maintaining the spirit of unity in diversity. Yes, that is true. The third one is crisis distribution. Yes, what kind of distribution, how to distribute, and who will be the distribute, and who will distribute really, because managing the crisis of distribution, it's a big challenge. See, lots of, you can say, FCIs are there, 1,000 metric tons of food grains are there. Yes, they are expiring there. That's they are really rotten. They are really, you can say, we are not in a we are not properly using all those food grains. Still we are thinking about becoming a developed nation by 2047. Really, we have our own dream, but if we can distribution not only to the, you can say, human resource, but also the natural resources, but also the agricultural products, but also the wealth, whatever we have, you can say, in any spirit. That is another kind of challenges with regard to the spirit of unity in diversity. Yes, the fourth one will be penetration. What kind of penetration? Penetration of, you can say, negativity. That means negative ideas. In the spirit of unity and diversity, lots of, negative ideas are really penetrated into this kind of political system, into this kind of spirit. Yes, and this problem really creates a big gap in between the governor, the governed and the governed. Yes, that means the ruler and the ruled. This kinds of idea. Yes, it's a really a tough problem we are really facing in different corners of the country. That means the negative ideas, whether we are really mobilizing the people, instead of building up the nation, we are really mobilizing towards, you can say, breaking the silence. Yes, you can say breaking the peace and tranquility in the nation, which will really which are really creating lots of, you can say, hue and cry in the process of unity and you can say, diversity. The fifth one is, it's a crisis of participation. What kind of participation? Yes, lots of, you can say, ideas are there. If whenever we are talking about participation in the, you can say, governance, in the process of a government, that you can say, truly speaking, the kind of participation whatever we are really enjoying, whether it is a kind of participation in the true sense, or some compulsions are there, or some kinds of apathetic nature is really we are experiencing in since many decades. See, whenever we are talking about general elections, we have really crossed 18 general elections. Yes, true. But the percentage of, you can say, people, those who are coming forward to cast their political right, yes, see, it may varies from 60 to 70%. Yes, that is true. But think about why people are not coming forward, whether to express their political right, or participating in the process of government or governance, whatever may be. People are not coming forward so much. Lots of challenges are there, lots of hue and cry are there, but still we are running the process. Still the system of political, you can say, participation is going on with some kinds of agony, with some kinds of political apathy. Yes, that is another kind of crisis which the common people are really facing, which the country as a whole is really facing, and it really creates lots of problem in the process of unity and diversity. And the last one is legitimacy. It's the final part, whether we have our own obligation towards the nation, towards the constitution or not. There is a big issue, there is a big question mark. Whatever constitution we have, and whatever system we have, and whatever governance process we have, and whatever the, you can say, administrative process going on, there is a big gap between all those things. Therefore, we are really facing a crisis with regard to this kind of legitimacy, because power, if we have the power, we we can do something. If we have the authority, yes, we can do having some legal sanctions, yes. But if people will not obey this, there will be no, you can say, authority. We cannot make our own command over the people. If people will not obey the system, it's because of this legitimacy crisis is another big crisis in the process of this unity in diversity. We have the system, but whether the people are really obeying or not, there is a big issue. And when we are talking about this kind of, I can say, Indian Republic and the spirit of unity in diversity, then yes, we are experiencing since last 76 years. Then how we are really surviving? Lots of instruments, lots of aids, lots of techniques really are there in the system. And it's because of this, we are still persisting, we are still lingering our constitution, we are still, you can say, maintaining the spirit of unity in diversity. The very first thing is the national leadership. I can quote a beautiful, you can say, sayings given by Arthur Lewis, yes, the British economist. What he has given the idea, that means he believes that the accident of leadership is a crucial factor of nation building. The accident, like you can say, we have the, you can say, political leaders like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, or you can say Mahatma Gandhi. Many such personalities were there, and it's because of this we really got independence. And still, it's because of this kind of national figure or national leadership, or many such, you can say, leadership, not in political spirit, but in science and technology, in everywhere. We are exploring many good things. We are discovering many good things. We are really progressing. It's because of this power of science and technology. Yes, leadership in true sense, that means by using this, you can say, technology or science or whatever maybe. But it's the kind of leadership in every sphere, in every spirit. And it's because of this kind of, you can say, national level leadership in different fields, we are really maintaining the spirit of unity in diversity. And we have our own national goals. That means, what kind of national goals? National goals to set up the kind of socialistic principle, the kind of secularistic principle, or the spirit of, you can say, democratic setup, or finally we can bring this kind of republican setup. It's possible to mobilize and hold national support for nation building process. Therefore, we have our own target, we have our own national goals, how to reach at the apex, how to reach at the, you can say, that kind of, to fulfill our own dreams. Yes. And it's because of this future plans and program. Yes, we have experienced 12 5-year plan programs. Nowadays, it's because of this Niti Ayog, we have our 3 years action agenda, then 7 years, you can say, target. Then nowadays, 15 years of our future plans and programs we are setting our own national goals. And it's because of this kind of national goals we are really marching ahead, and we have our the spirit of, you can say, unity in diversity. And we have some kinds of national symbols also. What kind of national symbol? For example, we have the national flag, we have our national anthem like Janagana, or we have numerous, you can say, national days we are observing also. And these kinds of national symbols, or national observing national days, or you can say national anthem, national whatever may be, these kinds of symbols really creating or bringing unity in diversity among us. And the spirit of mass public education. Nowadays, we have our own kind of educational system. Yes, we can say education is really a good kind of agent of political society. If we will educate people, we can change the entire nation, we can change the entire globe also. That means we are emphasizing upon massive public education. And in different areas, in different corners, you will find the spirit of establishment of educational institution, and inviting students through this RTE, that means Right to Education Act. We are really inviting students from different corners. No one will be left out. The spirit is that. That means we have to invite them and make them educated. And it's because of this massive public education we are really establishing the spirit of unity in diversity. And there is a kind of, you can say, explosion of communication also. That means we are I can emphasis upon mass communication. And here I can quote one beautiful term used by Carl Deuss. Carl Deuss, in his book The Nerves of Government, yes, Nerves of Government in 1965, he really advocated often a kind of effective communication system between these two. That means the governor and the governed. That means the ruler and the ruled. If there will be the effective communication system, then we can very easily bring the spirit of unity in diversity in Indian Republic system. Yes, the kind of, you can say, the communication system is really important. That means nowadays there is everywhere, there is the you can say explosion of information. We are it's because of this we are talking about the age is like data is information is everywhere. Wherever you go, there is the explosion of information. It's kind of limitless explosion. Therefore we can say if there is proper communication in between the governor and the governed, then it's very much easier for us to develop the spirit of unity in diversity. And there is a, you can say, important role of academic community. That means the intellectual persons. They have their positive role to play in the spirit of this unity in diversity. However, in which way they can monger, in which way they can guide the common people, the people will definitely follow them. And it's because of their ideas, their intellectual ideas, their key principles. The common people can definitely follow them, and it will be very much easier for us. And it's because of their ideas we are really in Indian Republic, we are really maintaining this unity in diversity. And there is a greater role of press and media also. It is the social side media. Many you can say greater role is really playing this you can say press and media also, because it is called as, this press is called as the fourth pillar of democracy. They can mobilize, they can socialize, they can make aware about the political system, about the governance process, about the ideas, whatever the state or whatever the government, whatever the country is really thinking about. And it's because of this press and media we can build up a beautiful nation. We can set off you can say this kind of spirit of you can say unity in diversity. And we have to develop a kind of national political culture. That means a national political identity. See, I can cite one example, like you can say we have our multi you can say party system. But see, many such regional political parties are there, and it's because of this existence of regional political parties and a multi-party system. Many of the times, this Indian Republic is really facing lots of challenges with regard to formation of government. Many of the times, we really experience the hung parliament-like situation. Therefore, my submissive, you can say, approach is that means we have to develop a national political culture. It may be in the name of, you can say, biparty system, whatever may be, but of, you can say, unity in diversity. Therefore, we should develop a kind of national political culture, a kind of national identity through this, you can say, political system, by bringing this, you can say, biparty system or whatever may be the system. But still, we are facing lots of challenges. It may be because of this existence of a large, you can say, numbers of political participation. And what we also need some kind of dedicated and selfless ruling class. That means, so ruling class are there, but there some kind of you can say we are lagging behind. That means whatever ruler we are really sending or we are electing, whatever representatives we are electing or selecting, some kinds of dedication really is really we are lacking. That means we have to you can say bring a kind of you can say ruling class, a kind of political representative, a kind of political leaders having dedication towards nation building process, towards the establishment of unity in diversity. I can quote two political philosophers, that means Weiner and Edward Seal. They have given beautiful ideas that the closing of gaps between modernizing elite and mass population. These are the prerequisite of nation building process for establishing this unity in diversity. That means we have to minimize the gap between this you can say modern elite. That means nowadays whatever elite we are really experiencing or you can say facing, we have to minimize, we have to bring, I can say, a gap between all those two things, and we have to elect or select some kinds of dedicated rulers. You can say selfless, you can say ruler. That means those who are really who can think about for the betterment of the country round the year, round the clock. Yes, and I can quote another beautiful quotation given by Smith, D. Smith, that he has emphasizing upon continuous national support. What kind of ideas he has given? That backward nations leaders are enlightened. You can say is not at all enough to guarantee success in the task of nation building. That means the leaders must have continuing national support, must have the support for the nation. Many of the times we can say many of the people, many of the political leaders or elites, they are giving their own comment. I'm not going to any kinds of debate actually, but whatever we are watching in the you can say television or social site media or in the media channels or newspapers or print media, whatever may be, they have their own, you can say, ideas with regard to that to some extent which can violate the, you can say, constitutional provisions, which can goes against the countries, or you can say the nation building process. There should be some kind of restrictions. We are really enjoying freedom of speech, but it should not go you can say against the spirit of nation building. Therefore, the message is whatever you can say, whoever political leader may be, they should have their own limitations, own restrictions, and they should you can say continuously support the spirit of nation building. And we have to bring a kind of economic growth with social justice. Yes, what kind of economic growth? We can bring economic growth which can ensure social justice. I can quote a beautiful line given by N.A. Palkiwala, eminent you can say jurist, you can say whatever ideas he has given, that economic growth without social justice is inhuman, but social justice without economic growth is really impossible. Therefore, we have to emphasize, yes, we are really emphasizing upon economic growth, but that should be maintaining the social justice. Proper social justice should be there. See, whenever we are talking about you can say economic growth, some, you can say, cities are really becoming smart cities. Yes, we are developing cities into smart cities, but we are not at all thinking about rural poor. Yes, that is true thing. Therefore, whenever we are thinking about economic growth, that should ensure the social justice in every spirit, in every sphere. And if we won't follow this kind of things, there will be some kinds of, you can say, regional movements in different corners of the country. Therefore, we have to bring a kind of economic growth with regard to establishment of social justice, and we have to follow many such scientific techniques how to bring this kind of or set up the kind of spirit of unity in diversity. Yes, that is true, but so many, you can say, problems we are facing with regard to this spirit of unity in diversity. You can say population explosion. I can cite examples. That means whenever we are thinking about the numbers of people, how many babies are really taking bath. You can say if you go through, even if you can Google it also, you can find in every 1.2 seconds an Indian baby is really taking bath. That means how we can manage all those things. It's a truly speaking, it's a big challenge. Whoever political party may be in power, I don't have any botheration, but really it's a big challenge for the you can say country as a whole to tackle the situation, how to maintain this spirit of unity in diversity. Therefore, we have to check all those things. Though we have many such, you can say, provisions, how to check this spirit to the you can say the number of population, the speed of population, however they are really increasing day by day. But still, we are struggling. Still, we are in a failure mechanism. The republican system is really completely failure, we can say, to check this kind of population increase. And the failure in the spirit, like there is unhealthy role of political parties. The whatever political parties, they are really playing their role, whether they're maintaining the spirit of nation building, or it really violates the spirit of republic or the violates the you can say provisions of the constitution, really it's a big challenge. And we are really facing lots of such issues that is called as unhealthy role played by political parties. And I can say poverty of the masses are really is a good challenge for us also. And there is another kind of spirit, that is you can say political federalism. What kind of political federalism we have? We have two set of, one is at the center, other are the states. But if the one political party A, that means is at the center, and the political party B or C is at the state, there will be a huge gap in between these two, these two units, that means at the center and the states. And if the same political party is really running in both the way, then the kind of administration, the kind of financial assistance, I'm really quoting that financial assistance is really will be run in a smoother way. Therefore, this is another kind of challenge we are really facing, and we can say it's a complete failure of this kind of republican spirit. And also we can say a kind of slow and uneven economic development is there. We are targeting a good thing, 8.2 or 9% of you can say development rate economic growth, or you can say development in GDP. But still there is the economic growth is the slow pace of economic development. And we are talking about you can say we will become a developed nation in coming future in 2047. But still lots of challenges we are facing. And in the spirit of nation building, or you can say unity in diversity, communalism is really playing you can say a greater you can say hindrance in the process of this unity in diversity. I can quote a famous quotation given by our first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. What he said, that there is a greatest danger for the country is from communalism, not from external aggression. Because when there is external aggression, the people of India tend to get united. But when there is communalism, the people of India tend to get divided among themselves. Therefore, it's a kind of you can say deadly enemy in the process of unity in diversity. What we are really facing since the last 76 years of this Indian Republic for the establishment of unity in diversity. And many of the times we are facing lots of challenges with regard to alienation from the center. That means we are not in a you can say we don't have any patience, we don't have any you can say the kind of participation in national spirit, that many of the small corners, many of the small parts of the country, they are really having their own demand, that they will not be they are not in safest hand by the you can say the leaders of the country. Therefore they have their own you can say agenda to alienate from the center, to alienate even if from the country also. That kind of negative approach should be stopped at any cost, because we have to maintain unity in diversity. We have to bring national integration in true sense. Therefore, the kind of the spirit of alienation from the center is a kind of hurdle we are really facing in this in the process of unity in diversity in this Indian Republican system. And also, we can say cancer of corruption is really there everywhere. Wherever you go, you will find you can say examples of big examples of you can say corruption. I am not going to naming any name or any political leaders or any bureaucrats, but whatever we are experiencing since last 76 years of this republican system, and which can bring I can say a major threat to the establishment of unity in integrity in the constitution. And also there is another challenge we are really facing in the establishment of the process of unity and diversity, that is declining of institution. We are not in a you can say position to obey the institution. And also those who are mongering the institution, those who are leading the institution, they are also not properly maintaining the ethics and morality, the sanctity of the institutions. Therefore, many of the times you can say, for example, in your parliamentary democratic setup, the parliamentarians, whatever behavior they are you can say showing in live TV channels, they are throwing the mics, they are using many you can say unparliamentary languages also. Many such things are really happening in our democratic setup. That means we are not sanctity of the constitution. We are not maintaining the sanctity or the spirit of the institution. Therefore, there is a kind of, you can say, declining the situation of everywhere. You can say, even if in the parliament, what we are really facing, even if suppose government, whoever political party may be in power, I don't have any botheration, but still they have their own agenda that we will, you can say, continue the, you can say, Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha meetings, suppose for 40 days. But see, working days are more than 50 days, 50%. That means less than 20%, or 20 days, or 20 or 25 or 30 days are the working days in the parliamentary meetings. That means it's a kind of declining situation in everywhere. And many of the times, you can say, there is a kind of emergence of two Indians. One is developed India, and another one is, you can say, the poor India. That means some areas are really developed, having, you can say, cities into smart cities, and another many, you can say, more than, you can say, 70%, we can assess that they are still struggling with regard to their poverty, with regard to illiteracy, with regard to, you can say, finding the basic needs. That means the food, cloth, and shelter. And even if getting economic, you can say, employment opportunity is a really a dream, everywhere you'll find there is a growing political violence, and also cross-border terrorism is also a big challenge for us. And also, you can say, lack of, you can say, healthy working culture, you can say, in every institutions also. And so many times you will find the politics of reservation is going on, and also anti-reservation campaign is also going on. Many such things are really going there. Whether in India's performance, whether it is a success or failure, there is a big question, there is a big challenge before us, because we have experienced 18 general elections, yes, 12 5-year plan programs. We have really struggling. Still we are struggling after 76 years. Still we have to wait another 76 years or more than that to bring a beautiful country like India, where there will be no such conflict in between the caste people or community people or religious groups. And we have to bring many such, you can say, planning in economic development, in bringing social justice, in protecting discrimination. Though we have many such provisions for the, you can say, betterment of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBC, and so many, you can say, minority groups in the constitution, we have many such provisions. But still we are facing lots of challenges with regard to this kind of discrimination in many such areas. Therefore, we are really struggling. We are really facing lots of challenges. We are facing lots of challenges with regard to bringing national consensus with regard to the political system, with regard to bringing beautiful public policy, with regard to maintaining law and order. We are really, you can say, facing lots of challenges bringing ideological political consciousness. But still, we have a durable constitution. Yes, we are really feeling proud that we have a durable constitution. We have a longest written constitution. Thanks to the Constituent Assembly, thanks to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and other, you can say, members, eminent members, including Jawaharlal Nehru, other things, and other members, that they have given us a beautiful longest written constitution, which is really durable one. And sorry, and we are really enjoying our constitution. And it's because of this power of constitution, we are really developing. Still, last 76 years, we are developing in bringing beautiful roads, bridges, railway lines. Now we are at the fourth largest railway lines in all over the world. That means we are developing in, you can say, waterways, airways, everywhere we are developing. Yes, since many years, you can say, for last four, you can say, 4 decades or 3 decades, we are really, you can say, developing in different section, in different sector. But we are giving opportunities to the women, we are giving opportunity to the minorities, we are giving opportunity to the oppressed class. Yes, and we are in a stage that we are having a setup. That means open nature of the system. I can quote open nature of the system. That means I can quote Rajni Kothari, that there is a close relationship between political institutionalization and national integration. Yes, whatever may be the disturbances, whatever may be the conflict, still we are maintaining a good relationship. And it's because of this kind of relationship between political institutionalization and national integration process, we are really enjoying a beautiful country since you can say 76 years. And finally we can say the positive role of the press is also is much more important in today's world also, and in maintaining this proper order. I can quote a beautiful you can say line given by Hardly Leadbeater, the American political scientist. What he said, that we are in the same boat, brother. We are in the same boat, brother. And if you shake one end, you gonna rock the other. It's the same boat, brother. That means we are living inside the country that is India, and we have to keep our own faith upon the constitution, upon the political system, and that faith will bring definitely a beautiful country and beautiful, you can say, society to maintain this spirit of unity in diversity in Indian Republic system. This is about my submission towards this, you can say, Indian Republic system, and my assessment, whatever we are really enjoying. Thank you. Thank you for listening with patience.
Thank you so much, sir, for this lovely presentation. In fact, Constitution has always been considered by the political scientist as a very, to some extent, like a very cliche thing. There is very less opportunity to expand a discussion on that. Probably the people saying that should listen to you today, because I really enjoyed. Like almost a lot of things were known to a lot of us, but the approach how you presented the thing was absolutely amazing. So,
Thank you.
before the conclusion, I would like to invite questions. If
Sure.
any student has any question, or any other joinees of this seminar has any question, kindly raise your hand. We will go one by one. Sir, it's up to you. If you want to take one by one question, that is okay.
Sure.
If you want to take
Sure.
like
One
a
by
few
one. One by
questions,
one.
then one by
One by
one.
one.
Okay, okay. If anyone has a question, kindly raise your hand. So the student was raising his hand once. Acha,
Yes.
Grototi. I don't know if she's a student or a teacher. Grototi, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Khalid Hassan has raised his hand. Khalid, you can ask your question. Kindly unmute yourself.
Yeah, yeah, 1 minute.
Yes, ask your question. Khalid. Hello? Khalid?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, not yeah. Ask your question now.
Okay, 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 okay. Thank you, sir, for your uh, uh, tremendous assessment of Indian Republic. Uh, Actually, sir, I have two questions. One of that, sir, you said that leaders are corrupt and leaders are the main pillar of the republic. Whatever, if there is no republic, if there is a autocratic, if the leader is okay, then the system, the administration is okay. But my question is, sir, when society is, from where the leaders are coming? They're coming from our society. So it's not our society is corrupted, sir. And first of all, and then second, sir, we are seeing we are seeing uh, there is a caste system, caste basis voting system, and there is a reservation system, and there sub caste system also. So they are actually impediment of our. They are not actually in impediment of our republic, uh, or it's like it's in unity and diversity we are seeing in just we are in covertly seeing, but in the covertly, in the secretly, we can analyze that we are actually divided by our groups, our religion, our caste, or our subcaste. So please elaborate this, sir. My question is it impediment or is it progressive or diversity? It's
Yes.
two
Okay.
questions.
Okay. So okay. Whatever I have listened from you, that if I am not wrong, that you are talking about the spirit of unity in diversity. What kind of situation we are really facing? The casteism, communalism, or whatever maybe the reservation system is going on. Yes. See, one thing is there. Whenever we are going to cast our vote, we have the spirit of national integration, because we have with us the national identity card that is called as the voters identity card. Yes, given by Government of India or Election Commission of India. That is true. And whenever we are standing in a row or queue, you will find that there are two queues. One for, you can say, meant for male persons, male voters, and another one is meant for the female. You will find that there are no such segregation among the people, or the male or female people, having different rows or queues for casting their vote with regard to their caste, sex, creed, and other things. That means, yes, definitely sex is there. That means male and female, two rows are there, but there are no other such segregation. Therefore, whenever we are thinking about, we are expressing our political right, uh, it's because it's possible only because of the kind of citizenship we have. There is no such, you can say, categories in between this. Then definitely, the political leaders to whom we are electing, we never go for thinking about from which community, which caste, which religious group, or which language group he or she comes from. Therefore, my submission is that we have to develop a kind of national political culture. We should not go for thinking about from which, you can say, political party he she belongs to, which community he she belongs to. If the people is really good, you can say, sound in body and mind, sound in everything as per our observation, then we should go to express our political right. That is my submission to you also. And if any such questions. Ronit, you may unmute. You may unmute.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
Khalid, you have asked two questions, so I have lowered your hand. Some Mr. I can't see the whole name. Written as Mr. Uh,
Mr.
yes, you.
Rahul.
Mr.
Okay,
Rahul
okay.
is there. Yes.
Kindly ask your question.
Thank you, sir, for your presentations. I think in your lecture you have said about the concept of nation building and the unity in diversity.
Yes.
So I would like to know from you one thing, that how do you see the role of UCC, Uniform Civil Code, in nation building and the unity in diversity? Because as we have seen recently, Uttarakhand is the first state that is going to implement that scheme, or that UCC. Will it help in that process? Will it help in the process of unity and diversity, or will it create a more gap between various community or various groups? This is my question, sir.
See, UCC is, you can say, it is there in the directive principle state policy. And some kinds of directives have been given by constitution also. Whether Uttarakhand is really, you can say, implementing UCC, or any other state or Government of India is maintaining, it's not, you can say, concern to me. But the thing is that whatever question you have asked, that whether UCC really brings a kind of development of unity in diversity, or it may create another hue and cry among other communities or the people, those who are residing inside the country. Yes, it may violate some kind of, UCC is another you can say, a debatable question. It may violate, it may, you can say, maybe the appeasement policy, it may create hue and cry among the countrymen. That is true. But it's it my submission is, it's the directives given by the constitution. Whether you are, you can say, implementing or implementing it or not, it depends upon you. Because in there are 16 principles are there. We are implementing some of them also, because bringing equality in wages, that means equal pay for equal work, we have implemented already. But the thing is that which state is implementing or not, it really depends upon that political system or the government, whoever really thinking for the betterment of their state or their country. That depends upon their willpower. But if there will be no such, you can say, differences on hue and cry or any such conflicts, then it is good because constitution has given. But if it creates really in a republic setup, we have our own power. We can change, we can modify it. Suppose for example, agricultural bill 2020, in 2020 we have the same thing, that means NEP 2020 and agricultural bill 2020. Yes, it's because of you can say agitation by farmers, and government of India really became forced to withdraw this bill, agriculture bill 2020. And in the same year, government of India really started this NEP 2020, and we are really implementing in a very smoother way or safer manner. It depends upon the system, it depends upon the will of the common people. Whether we are admitting, accepting it or not, it depends upon us actually. If it really creates some kind of disturbances among us, then it's okay. We can change it, we can modify it. Because it's because of this we have you can say modified our constitution or constitution more than 100 times. Really we are really enjoying this kinds of republican system, we are really enjoying this kinds of democratic setup. We have with us that kind of options and opportunities. Okay.
Before going to any further questions, I would like to inform you two things. One is you all know that e-certificates will be provided here. For that, there will be a link provided to the chat box, which is already provided. You have to fill that up in order to get the e-certificate. If you leave before the meeting ends, you will not be provided with the certificate. The second thing is you asked about UCC. Professor Topon Chattopadhyay has joined this meeting a few times, like a few minutes back. I saw him. Professor Chattopadhyay actually gave a very elaborated lecture regarding the implications of UCC, and that is archived in the YouTube channel of West Bengal Political Science Association. I would also like to inform you that some of you might have missed like some minutes of Professor Shahu's lecture. All the lecture series that West Bengal Political Science Association conducts are always uploaded in our YouTube channel, and you can visit that anytime. So Professor Chattopadhyay's lecture is also there. If you are interested regarding UCC, you can definitely see that. I would also request all of you to subscribe to that channel. It doesn't take any money, but you will be notified every time we conduct a webinar like this. Since I cannot see any hands up right there, there is a question written in the chat box, sir. That is Hamid Iqbal asking, why did the makers of the Indian Constitution adopt the Union of States rather than the Federation of States? But preamble said federal. If you could answer.
Yes, union of state really talks about many things. It's a kind of thing where the states cannot bifurcate. That means we cannot secede from that kind of union or unity. But whenever we are talking about this kind of federation states or like this, we may have our own opportunity to understand the term like confederation, where many federal units are there, for example, in USA. Therefore, I think union of state, instead of using this federal state, really having greater importance. That's why the framers of the constitution have really taken a good challenge to use the word union of states instead of this federal of states. I think that will be much more, you can say, convincible for all of us.
I can see Utpal raising his hand. We can take questions up to 8:55. We have to end this meeting by 9. So if anyone has any further question, you can kindly raise your hand right now.
Oh,
Utpal, kindly ask your question.
good evening, sir. It was really a nice presentation. I think hope we all have enjoyed your presentation.
Thank you.
Not only that, your presentation actually poked us, I think, and actually I become curious to know something about Indian Republic from you. I would like to know. I don't know how I could place my questions. But first of all, I must say that as we know that India is a republic, but if we compare that with as we know that India actually adopted our parliamentary setup from Britain, but parliament in Britain they don't have republic. But as a student of political science, I think the people of Britain or UK they enjoy more civil rights than India. So being a republic, and in UK they have a monarchy, So how you will clarify these two setup? We feel very proud that we have a republic, but they don't have republic, but their civil rights is much more higher than India. So in that context, what will be your answer? Secondly, sir, that nowadays, as we know, that a new concept has come up, that is populist policies. So very recently, basically we can say after 2000, in India, in Bengal, in everywhere, we can counter that the governments or the governance, they are actually adopting popular policies. So how you will relate that, and you have also mentioned 25th January, National Voters Day, this, that specific point, that the voters, how much power the voters have to influence the political parties or the political decision makers. It means, can we say that the policymakers are influenced by the voters, or rather we can say that the voters are influenced by the policymaker? Specifically in West Bengal, specifically in India, we can see. So can we consider India as a populist country now, or the leaders are there following populist policies? These are my questions, sir.
Yes, actually, Paul, you have raised two questions. The first one is the parliamentary democracy. What kind of democracy the Britain is there? They have, the people are enjoying more civil rights in comparison to India. Yes, that is true. Why we are lagging behind? There is a big question. We have accepted this parliamentary democracy from Britain, but still the people of India, they are lagging behind. Why? There are lots of questions in this political system. I can quote four questions with regard to political socialization. My answer is political socialization. If people will be socialized, then they can enjoy their civil rights. It may be republic in the name of republic, or it may be parliamentary democracy where there is the monarchical system in UK. See, I have four questions. First one is, you can say, what to study. Then the second one will be, you can say, when to study. That means to learn. The third one will be how to learn or study. The fourth one will be under what circumstances. See, the very first one is what to learn or what to study. We have to learn about the role of the political elites and the culture. What type of political culture we have, the people should learn first. Whether we are electing or selecting, the first thing, it may be monarchical, it may be republican, whatever may be. I don't have any other reason. But still, to whom we are electing, what we have learned, whether from the political system, that means whether we have the longest written constitution or the smallest written one, or in the name of traditions and customs in UK and you can say Britain. The very first question. The second one is when to learn. It's not like that I am I have a bachelor degree or MA or MPhil or PhD or doctorate degree, whatever maybe, or postdoctoral. But the thing is that when to learn, you have to learn about your political system throughout the lifespan. It's a kind of lifelong learning system. It's not like that you have learned something, that means it's okay. No, not like that. Every day the world, the political scenario, the system is really changing. It's ever changing. We have to accustom, we have to cope up with the situation, we have to fulfill the demands of the time. In that way, we have to change the mindset. What was there in 1950s and what is nowadays in 2025, it's too much different. The first. The third one is how to learn. We have to learn through various agencies. It may be your educational institution, it may be the press and media, it may be any other means you can apply. But the thing is that you should need proper education, value education, and that can guide you very properly to run, to participate your government, and you can participate in the governance process, and you can elect or select your political representative in the name of government. You can form the government in a very smoother manner, in very effective way. That is the third one. And the fourth one is under which circumstances, whether you are facing the challenges like poverty, illiteracy, or you can say economic crisis, or social security, lots of challenges, or we can say cross-border terrorism, or the you can say the activities of neighboring countries, or the big powers, or you can say the challenges with regard to cross-border terrorism, or corruption-ridden country, whatever may be. Under which circumstances your country is really running? What is the you can say the kind of you can say percentage of education? You can say not only education, but the people are sound enough to evaluate the political system. What the demand is, situation is really compelling us. That is the key thing, and it's because of this. It's because that we are following the political representative. Political representative are not following you. The second question you have asked, that why such type of you can say populistic politics are there. Many of the times the Reserve Bank of India is really making such awareness that please stop all those freebies, and if you won't stop, then there will be the situation will be there in near future, that the situation whatever Sri Lanka is really facing, Pakistan, Bangladesh is facing, we will definitely face that type of situation in near future. That means you have to stop the all kinds of freebies. But the people, those who are giving this kinds of falsification, that means the political parties I am talking about, that whatever ideas they are giving, everything is free. I can give free electricity, free tabs, free everything free. That really attracts the common people to participate in the political process, the mega event like this kind of you can say general elections. And this is the big challenge in the spirit of Indian democratic setup or Indian republic. I think I have answered you. I have satisfied you, Mr. Utpal.
Yeah, so thank you for your answer. But after getting your answer, some another question actually raised in my mind. That is, yeah, you're absolutely right that nothing should be free. That the political parties they actually promise to the people. But my question is that, like in our country, the teachers, basically those who are the working class, basically teachers, professors, and the other working class, and they are the taxpayer actually. So why these people are not? Because few days ago I have heard that the taxpayer they must have a union. They must have association to defeat this kind of policies which is taken by these political parties. But why the middle class or why the conscious? I must say this term: the conscious taxpayer. They are not united against these policies.
See, what will be the means? I'm not talking about the ends. You are talking about the ends. Ends is how to unite all those taxpayers. But see, what will be the means, the way to unite them? Is it possible to unite all those taxpayers coming into under one beautiful umbrella? Is it possible? No, not like that. It's not possible to you can say making them unite. It's possible only if there are some kind of awareness motivation among them. We have to develop a beautiful you can say system. It may be the political system, whatever may be. See, uh, that kind of system we have to develop, and it's not possible to build up that kind of system or to bring that situation that kind of setup in a single day or in a year or so. It's not possible. It will take see, Rome was not built in a day, like beautiful country, like it was not built in a day. Therefore we have to wait. Time will definitely come. Time will definitely come. We can defend ourselves also. Whenever we are electing or selecting, we can assess ourselves to whom we are electing, to whom, for whom we are casting our vote. It's because of this many people they are not at all coming. It's because of this kind of apathetic nature. To whom we will elect? Everyone is really having their own background of any kinds of you can say illegal activities or whatever may be. Oh, it's because of this we are talking about this politics is a dirty game. Therefore no you can say person is really coming forward to participate in this kind of mega events. Therefore it will take time. We need another more 70 years, I think. Then we can build up another beautiful country. That means India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states in such a manner. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, sir, for your patience and your dedication to the questions. I think all the questions were justified. There is no hands right now, I can see. Anyway, it's past 9. We have to finish today. Though I think most of us do not want, but still, there has to be an end if there was a beginning. Uh, First of all, thank you so much, sir, for this presentation. Today, more than 80 people joined this Google Meet, and at one time, there were around 68 people listening to you together. I still do not have the data with YouTube, how many people have watched it there. Also, people who have missed it, they can watch it later on YouTube. Secondly, thank you, Professor Bimal Shankar Nando, President WBPSA, Professor Apurva Mohan Mukhopadhyay, General Secretary WBPSA, Professor Kaushik Chakraborty, Treasurer WBPSA, and all other EC members, including Professor Debashish Mohapatra, who is present here, Professor Jitendra Sahu, who is a very valuable member of WBPSA. We all know him very well. Thank you so much to Professor Ruth Reha Khan, Professor Jhilam Ghosh, Bishwajit Da, Kushal Da, and the whole political science department of St. Paul's Cathedral Mission College, and most importantly, the teacher in charge of St. Paul's Cathedral Mission College. In fact, I would remember St. Paul's Cathedral Mission College held the annual conference of WBPS in 2019, which was when I took the membership of WBPSA. So it actually owes me one. I owe them a big time. It was lovely associating with you. I hope WBPSA and St. Paul's College will have further programs together. I also thank all the members of WBPSA for encouraging our executive committee to have such programs, and the executive committee for being active and take up more events than usual. And last but not the least, thank you so much, all the participants, for being so patient, for their lovely questions, and enriching our stream of knowledge at their utmost capacity. I think it's end for today, but after we think of a lecture, we often come out with more questions. I would ask all of you to keep those in mind so that we can accumulate those for our next session, and we can have another wonderful session. We might have Professor Shahu again with us. Till then, it has to be a goodbye. Good night, everyone. I hope you have a nice day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The feedback
Thank you,
link is
sir.
already mentioned there in the chat box. Kindly check that for certificates. Yeah, Kushalda, you were saying something. Kushalda, you were saying something.
Actually, I'm outside. আছি মানে প্রচুর নয়েসের আছে আমি থ্যাংক ইউ
Sure.
স্যার
Thank you so much.
শুনেছি আমাদের স্টুডেন্টরাও একটাও কিছু জানলো স্যার আপনার কাছ থেকে আমি কুশল চক্রবর্তী ফ্যাকাল্টি ডিপার্টমেন্ট অফ পলিটিক্যাল সায়েন্স সেন্ট পলস কলেজ
নমস্কার নমস্কার। হ্যাঁ,
স্যার আপনার কাছে আমরা আবার একদিন ইচ্ছে থাকলো স্যার আমাদের স্টুডেন্টরা সত্যি অনেক কিছু জানো আমরা নিজেরাও স্যার এতটাও সুন্দরভাবে আপনি এক্সপ্লেন করলেন থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ স্যার এবং থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ টু পলিটিক্যাল সায়েন্স অ্যাসোসিয়েশনস আমাদের সাথে এভাবে কোলাবোরেশনস করে আমাদের হেল্পে আমাদের সাথে পাশে থাকার জন্য